Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Darlington Nkwaze. In this video, I'm going to show you how to verify VRF Y-Branches with Hitachi's Global VRF software. This is actually a follow-up to a video that I created earlier on how to properly select VRF Y-Branches without software, and I used Hitachi's CNCQ series as an example. Okay, in this video, I'm going to use Hitachi's Global VRF software to verify what I did in that video. If you haven't seen the video, or if you haven't watched the video rather, I would say you should go and watch that video. Just go and check it out, okay, because I believe that it would give you a proper background for what I'm going to discuss in this video. All right, but just a bit of revision for those who watched it. What I did basically in that video was show you this table, and I said it was the table that would enable us select the right Y branches for the VRF equipment that we used in that video. All right, and I said that this table would enable us select the right piping connection kits, and the piping connection kits are actually the outdoor unit Y branches. Okay, for the multi kits are the indoor unit Y branches. Okay, and these two tables were the tables that helped us select those indoor unit Y branches or the multi kits. Okay, for this third table here, I said I derived this table from the catalog that we used. Actually, all these tables here were from the product catalog, but this particular one was derived from just looking at the indoor units and getting the ranges, for the pipe sizes. Okay, so that was basically how I got the tables, and also selected the Y branches. Okay, for this particular table here, that's this third one, this third category here. It may vary depending on the particular indoor units. So that's why I say it's important that you always consult your product catalog, because there might be changes to these things. It depends on the original equipment manufacturer. They might make updates on their products. So that's why it's important to always consult your product catalog. Okay, later I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. So this is the tree diagram that we used for that video. Here is an outdoor unit of 40 kilowatts, and it is connected to several indoor units, okay, with different capacities. You can see that we have like 3 wall mounted units and 3 cassette units. Okay, the tree diagram basically shows how the pipes are routed from the outdoor units to the last indoor units here. Okay, which is the cassette units with a capacity of 8 kilowatts. All right, it also shows the pipe lengths as you go. What we did basically was calculate the total indoor units capacity on each branch. That's on branch A, B, C, D, and E. Like on A we have 16 kilowatts, on B we have 24 kilowatts, on C we have 27.6 kilowatts, on D we have 33.2 kilowatts, and on E we have 37.2 kilowatts. All right, we also determined the pipe sizes between the branches and the indoor units connected to them. One of the things that we did was determine the right pipe sizes between the Y branches themselves, okay, or the multi kits themselves. All right, that's between A and B, B and C, C and D, and D and E. Okay, I think the last thing that we did was determine the right pipe sizes between the outdoor units and the first branch here, which is branch E. Okay, at the end of the day we had 5 multi kits, okay, which are E162SN, okay, and 4 of E102SN. all right. So what we're going to do now is use Hitachi's Global VRF software to verify what we have done. So I have Hitachi's Global VRF software open here. I'm going to change this to Africa. That's East, West, and Central, because I am presently in West Africa. All right. I'm going to click OK. All right, now I have the main dashboard. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is change the project name to subscriber, and then the altitude, change that to 3 meters. I think that's enough. Then I'll add the indoor units now. I'll just click here. Remember that we have 3 wall-mounted units and 3 cassette units. Okay, and the type of system is the CNCQ series. Okay, that's the type of VRF system. Okay, so the first indoor unit is a wall-mounted unit. Okay, so I'll come here and choose this because that's what I was actually considering when I created that video, this particular model. Okay, so the first one has a capacity of 4 kilowatts. Okay, the closest wall-mounted unit to that is this. Okay, you can see at the top here you have estimated capacity, estimated sensible capacity, airflow, external static pressure, and estimated capacity for heating. So I'm going to choose this because that's what has the closest, that's what's closest to 4.0 kilowatts. All right, so I've added that. If I close this, you'd see that it has been added. Okay, I'm going to add the other units now. Okay, so I'll change this back to CNCQ. Remember, CNCQ is the cooling only type. Okay, so I'll come back here to add the second indoor units. The second one has a capacity of 5.6 kilowatts. All right, so sorry about that. So I'm going to add this because that's what's closest to 5.6 kilowatts. Okay, so I'll click OK to add that. You can see at the back it has been added. I'll add the third one now. That's the one that has a capacity of 3.6 kilowatts. We'll choose this because that's what's closest to it. So I'll click OK now. Right, so what we have left are cassette units. So I'm going to come back here and choose a 4-way cassette. Okay, the 4-way cassettes have a capacity. There are 3, and each of them have a capacity of, has a capacity of 8.0 kilowatts. Okay, so I'm going to choose this. I'm just going to click this 3 times because there are 3. Okay, I think they're complete now. So you can see now that we have the 6 indoor units here. Okay, so what I'm going to do next is move to this tab. We don't have any heat exchanger here. On our tree diagram we don't have any heat exchanger. Okay, so that's why we're not going to consider this tab. Okay, for this tab, this is where we're going to add the outdoor units. Okay, so I'll come here and click this button. Okay, now you can see the available indoor units. Those are the indoor units that we just included. Okay, so I'm just going to add, I'm just going to highlight all of them and move them to this outdoor units here. Okay, it takes a while. Alright, so they have been added to this outdoor units. Okay, and you can see that the outdoor units capacity is 40 kilowatts. The indoor units rated capacity is 37.2 kilowatts, as we saw on our tree diagram. And then the system actual capacity is 38.1 kilowatts. Okay, you can see the actual ratio is 99%. Okay, I'll just click OK. Okay, so now I'll move to piping. Alright, this is our main focus actually. Okay, you can see the tree diagram has been generated. Alright, and
we could either just click on, if you're not interested in the pipe lengths and yeah, the pipe lengths, we could just click this verification button, and it would automatically generate the pipe sizes as you go, and the multi-kits as you go. Okay, you can see this is similar to what we got from our tree diagram. Okay, that's E162SN, E102SN, E102SN again, E102SN again, and E102SN. Okay, so we have one E162SN, that's the first branch, and 4 of E102SN. Okay, and you can see the pipe lengths here. Here you have 12 and 25, 9 and 22, 9 and 22 again, 9 and 19, 9 and 19, 9 and 15, 9 and 15, 9 and 15, 6, 12, 6 and 12, 6 and 15, and 6 and 12. Okay, so this is exactly what we got when we this is exactly the same with our tree diagram. Okay, we could include the pipe lengths. Let me just show you something. If I decide to enter the pipe lengths manually, it will still give me the same results. I just want to show you something now. So this was 3.9. This was 1.7. This was 1.1. This was 4.4. This was 1.3. This was 7.2. This was 7.7. This was 9.4. This was 7.9. This was 5.2. And this was 4.4. Okay, so now we have entered all the pipe lengths. Okay, so I'm going to click this verification button again, and you can see that we have the same results. Okay, so 12 and 25 again, between the outdoor unit and the first branch. Okay, and the first branch is E162SN, and then after that you have 9 and 22, 9 and 22 again, 9 and 19, 9 and 19 again, 9 and 15, 9 and 15, 9 and 15, 6 and 12, 6 and 15, and 6 and 12 again. Remember from the table that I showed you earlier, that's for multi-kits. The first part, I said that if the length of the pipe between the first branch and the outdoor units is less than 100 meters, and the outdoor unit's capacity is between 12 and 16 HP, then the right first branch to use is E162SN. And I also said that if the length of the pipe between the outdoor unit and the first branch is greater than or equal to 100 meters, and the outdoor unit's capacity is between 12 and 14 HP, then the right first branch to use is E242SN. Okay, so if I come here now, remember it's right now the capacity, the length of the pipe between the outdoor units and the first branch is 3.9 meters. Okay, so that's why the first branch here is E162SN. But if I come here and change this to like 100 and let's use 100 meters, okay, and I click verification now, you see that it has changed to E242SN, because now the length of the pipes between the outdoor unit and the first branch is now 100 meters. Okay, so let me just change it back to 3.9. Alright, so I'll click verification now, and we have it back as E162SN. There's something I also want to show you. If I try to edit this indoor units here, look at, just take a look at the pipe sizes here, 6 and 12. Okay, if I try to edit this to a different type of wall mounted unit, if I try to change it to let's say HNBUSQ, I maintain the same capacity, that's 3.6. I'll come here and change this to 3. If I click on verification, this verification button now, so you see now that it has changed to 6 and 9. Okay, initially it was 6 and 12. Okay, so that's why I say that it's important to understand the product that you're working with. It's very important that you understand the brand that you're working with, and you should always look up you should always check your product catalog or your product data book or your technical bulletin. Okay, because that would help you, because OEMs often make updates or changes to their products. Okay, and again, even within the same brand, different products have different features and different characteristics, you understand. So that's why it's important to always consult your product catalog. So I'll go back and change this to, I'll change it back to HAPQ. Okay, so I'll come here, choose this and change this back to 3. Okay, if I click on this verification button, it comes back as 6 and 12. All right, so with that, we're done with the verification. So I'll just go ahead and generate the reports. For the wiring, it has already been generated for us, although this is not our main focus. The same thing with the controllers. So I'll just go ahead and generate the reports. I want the output to be in PDF, so I'll click that and I'll choose this folder, subscriber, to upload it, or save it rather. Alright, so it says created report successfully. Do you want to open it now? So say yes. Alright, so now we have the report. Let's try to scroll down to the tree diagram. Okay, so here we have the tree diagram. Let me rotate this so that I can, yeah, okay. So now you can see it clearly, and it's similar to what we got earlier. Okay, so you see that the outdoor unit capacity is 14 HP, and then the indoor unit capacities are also here, and then the pipe sizes too are here. Okay, so that's basically how it goes. If you enjoyed watching this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, like, comment, because that helps with the YouTube algorithm. Also hit the notification bell, and I'll see you in the next video.